All right, so we got this topic from Molly. So what does AITAH mean? I'm very new to Reddit, so I need if there's some abbreviations. Reddit has like insane abbreviations. If there's an abbreviation that I don't know, hopefully you guys can help me. All right, AITAH for telling AITAH. Oh, am I the a-hole? Basically. Okay, guys, we're doing am I the a-hole? All right, this is a Reddit, I guess, what is it, thread or Reddit community? Am I the a-hole? Okay. This topic is about for telling my husband I'd rather raise a kid who stands up for themselves than one who blindly obeys. This is gonna get juicy, y'all. Buckle in. All right, so this is it, guys. I'm 32, female. My husband is 31, male. We have a 6-year-old son, Leo. He's sweet, curious. He's a sweet, curious kid who's really into dinosaurs and loves riding his little blue bike. Last weekend, I went grocery shopping while my husband stayed home with Leo. Apparently, Leo was outside riding his bike and left it in the front yard while he went inside to get water. A few minutes later, our neighbor, Miss Robert, came over saying her grandson, 8 months? Oh, 8 male. So 8 years old male, saw Leo take his bike. My husband looked out, didn't see Leo's bike, and assumed the worst. He confronted Leo, who insisted he didn't steal anything, and he said his bike was gone. My husband didn't believe him and told him he was grounded. No TV, no tablet until he told the truth and apologized. Leo refused, saying, I didn't take anyone's bike. Why are you punishing me when I didn't do anything? Later that afternoon, Miss Robert returned, visibly embarrassed. Turns out her grandson had taken Leo's bike to the park because he thought it looked cooler. He made the whole story up to avoid getting in trouble. When I got home, my husband explained the situation. I figured, okay, you'll apologize to Leo, and this will be a learning moment. But nope, he doubled down. He said Leo still needed to be punished for disrespect and refusing to obey. I said, so you want to punish him for telling the truth and standing up for himself? He said, it's the principle. He needs to listen even when he doesn't agree. And I said, I'd rather raise a boy who knows how to stand up for himself than one who just lays down and accepts mistreatment, especially when he's innocent. We got into a pretty heated argument. He says I'm being unreasonable and dramatic, undermining him as a parent. But I don't think I'm wrong for wanting to teach my son that it's okay to say no when something's unfair, even if it's coming for a parent. Am I the asshole? All right, chat. So for those who cannot listen to anything for more than a minute, I'll give you the too long didn't read. So basically, this mom and dad have a son that was outside playing with his bike. The neighbor's kid that is 2 years older than him decided to take his bike and take it to the park. When the dad asked where his bike went, I guess. Wait, I'm kind of confused on that part. My husband didn't see Leo's bike and assumed the worst. Okay, wait. Leo refusing. I didn't take anyone's bike. Why are you punishing me? Wait, there's a detail here. Insisted he didn't steal. Why would Leo steal anything? What? Why is he being accused of being stealing something? He said his bike was gone. There's a little hole in the story, but basically the dad questions the boy about where the bike has gone, and he feel like he wasn't telling the truth and he got grounded. So later on in the day, the neighbor came over, embarrassed Miss Robert, saying that her grandson took his bike. Oh, saw Leo take his bike. Oh, it was the grandma. Wait, so how wouldn't they know? Oh, okay, so the grandson lied and said that Leo took his bike. Am I understanding that correctly? Anyway, besides that, so basically it was like they're pointing fingers of who stole what, and the grandma didn't know right? The grandma thought that that was actually his bike, and she was lied to by her grandson, right? Yeah, how did the son not know his own son's bike? You see, I'm good. I'm good at like getting inconsistencies in stories, guys. This is probably not true. This is probably not a real story, but we'll entertain it. So let's go back to the topic, right? So basically the whole disagreement is about basically the son should have caved and or not talked back. I think there might be something in here. Maybe the kid talked back or like said, "Dad, no, that's not what happened. Dad, that's not what happened." And then the dad's like, you can't tell me like nothing, like why would the neighbor lie, basically. What, you guys have ever been in that situation before, right? Like, why are you punishing me when I didn't do it? For me, I would be like, ask the neighbor. I'd be like, pull up the Ring camera. I mean, I don't know. I obviously want my child to stand up for himself. But that's just kind of one of those things that, like, when it's another adult telling you that your son, honestly, I would just take my kid's side on everything. What do you guys think? Now it's making sense, guys. So basically, the clueless grandma believed her grandson, saying that that was in fact, his bike, which she helped him take to the park. And although wait, that still doesn't make sense, because wouldn't the dad know what kind of bike the kid had? Anyway, so back to the topic. It's kind of sticky because, you know, when another adult, like an elder specifically, says something, and for me, I'd be like, give me the receipts before believing anyone over my kid personally. And yeah, I would want him to say something, because if not, it's like, why didn't you say something, honey? What happened? What happened? Your bike was actually stolen. You didn't say anything? Like, why? You know, so yeah, 100% I would prefer my kid to speak up so that I could defend him, you know? What, you steal my kid's bike? You want to fight? Pull up. Just kidding. In Fortnite. In Fortnite. So what do you guys think? What would you want? Would you guys want to have an obedient kid? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want a kid that'll, you know, tell you what really happened no matter like what they're saying. I feel like the answer is obvious. My only thing with this one is it doesn't make sense, because wouldn't the dad see that the bike is missing or know that he bought the bike? I mean, unless the dad is completely unaware of what's going on, which can be a thing. Like, the dad seems like an authoritarian to me. I have a kid. I would have the kids to tell the cook so I could see who it is, period. They're cooked. Yeah. First of all, I would be super aware. And like I said, I have just like a natural born gift of being able to tell when people are lying. So I think, I mean, and that might be everyone, but I feel like I would be able to tell if it was my kid.